It doesn't matter what's happening in the world of South Park, the kids are rarely fazed. There could be school shootings, threats of terrorism, economic uncertainty, or whatever. It's usually the parents of South Park that lose their minds. And the resilience of children isn't just limited to South Park. Kids usually just accept whatever craziness is in the world because that's all they know. Adults worried for their children is a cycle. It's social media and smartphones today, it was violent video games in the early 2000s, and one can only imagine what parents complained about during the Wild West.
Man, I see kids everywhere with those stick hoops lately.
No, me too. It's gotta be bad for their brains, right?
But just like in South Park, children are much more unfazed by the so-called problems of the world than parents think. In fact, in South Park, the kids really only have a meltdown when an issue directly affects them. Kids inherit the world. Growing up in the 90s, I'd have adults say how lucky I am to have entire channels devoted to cartoons. That when they were growing up, they had Saturday morning cartoons and that's about it. But Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon didn't seem like anything special because I never knew a world without them. Just like how 8 to 12-year-olds find iPads as natural as trees. So growing up in South Park where crab people and giant mechanized Barbra Streisands are the norm, the kids quickly build resilience. But the kids from South Park aren't completely immune. Big changes affect kids. Both the adults and children in South Park were affected by the COVID lockdowns. But world events like the Iraq War were less on the South Park boys' radar. And it's hard for the parents not to project these issues onto their children. The parents of South Park often act like the end of the world is right around the corner. That's because the world changes around them.
Back in my day, our music was better, not this garbage the youngins listen to.
It's strange to see millennials with children freak out over song lyrics or new social media trends that are mostly harmless. And that's because the new can be scary. And you can see this in South Park all the time. The parents are losing their minds while the kids from South Park are just sitting around eating sandwiches. There's definitely dangerous challenges and trends, but the kids of South Park are more resilient than they appear. Parents may freak out over change, but for the South Park kids, it's par for the course.